Here we are on Tuesday for math. It was so nice talking to all of you earlier during our phonics lesson. I had so much fun. But now it's time for more subtraction action. And just like we did yesterday, how we worked on subtraction within the number 20, we're going to do that again. But what we're going to do today is talk more about those related addition facts, how they can help us with our subtraction facts. And when we have all the related addition facts, we call that a fact family. That's right. So if you have your 10 frames and counters, you can use that. If you would like to use snap cubes, you can do that too. Either way, this is just going to be a warm-up activity before we jump into our books. So if you have your snap cubes, I'd like you to have 6 of one color and 6 of another. If you have your 10 frames, take out 12, right? Fill a full 10 frame and take 2 extra, okay? Now what I'm going to do is I want to show you that my whole is 12, right? All of these equal 12. All of these equal 12. So my whole is 12. Let's say I take this apart based off of how it is on color. I have 6 purple and I have 6 green. Now there are so many different number sentences I can write with this. Here's my whole when they're together. Here's one part. Here's the other part. And let's show it on our 10 prime too. When they're all red, they're my whole. But we'll match the number sentence I have here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 were purple and 6 were green. Can you think of how I could write this number sentence as a subtraction sentence? Well, we always start our subtraction sentences with our whole. So we 12 take away or minus 6 equals 6, absolutely. And our related, because this is a doubles fact, right? 6 and 6, our parts are doubles. If I were to switch these, right, it's still 12 minus 6 equals 6. But if we were to write it as an addition sentence, we do our parts first, right? Or our yellows plus our reds. 6 plus 6 equals 12. And again, 6 plus 6 equals 12. Now, a related fact can be any one of these, right? But a fact family is when they have, all of our related facts have all of the same numbers. They all have the same whole, and they all have the same parts, and they all are the same. Now, doubles facts are very much so the same, right? So let's practice one that's not a doubles fact. Okay, here we go. Let's keep working with the number 12 because I have my 12 snap cubes and I also have my 12 counters. So let's put our 12 back together. All right, and now this time I'm going to take away 4. So I'm starting with 12 and I'm going to take away 4. Let's do it here too. 1, 2, 3, 4. I start with 12 and I take away 4, leaves me with, well, I know this was 6, 7, 8. I take away 4, it leaves me with 8. Let's see if that matches here. 12, take away 4. How many reds do we have left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely. Let's write it in a different way. If I had 12, that was my whole, right? Let's take away the red part. 12 take away 8 equals my yellow part, right? 4. That's my related subtraction fact. Let's write it as a related addition fact, which means I'm putting my parts together to get the whole, right? 4 plus 8 equals 12, or, right, 4 plus 8 gives me 12, or 8 plus 4 equals 12. So if I know any one of these off the top of my head, then that means I can answer all of them. So fact families help us out so much. So if you, anytime, it doesn't have to be during math, you can just play around with your snap cubes and say, here's my whole, here's a part and a part. Here's my whole, here's a part and a part, right? And you just play around, and numbers are so much fun. Miss Egan loves doing math, and you guys know that, right? So let's take out our books and read the problem together on page 353. 3-digit number. 3 in the hundreds place, 5 in the tens place, 3 in the ones place. Okay. I'm going to use my 10 frame and my counters just because we have been using that all along, and I want to keep it that way, right? So let's start. We want 16. All right, let's read the problem. Miss Rowland asks her class to use the numbers 7, we want 7, 9, and 16 to make 4 number sentences. The number sentences can show addition or subtraction. The numbers 7, 9, and 16 make a fact family. A fact family shows all of the related facts. So like what we just did, right? So let's come up with our fact family. Well, we know with addition, we have part plus part equals whole, right? And we know in subtraction, we have whole, take away one part, leaves us with the other part. Now, the whole is always the biggest number, right? Because it's what we start with in subtraction. It's always the biggest number. In addition, it's always the last number because it's the biggest. It's what's created, right? So which number here is my biggest? 7, 9, or 16? 16, absolutely. That's the biggest number. It's the only one that's a 2-digit. It has a value in the tens. These ones do not. So 16 is my whole. So let's start with our subtraction sentences. We know we have to start there. And look, I have 16 here. So if I'm going to have 16, I'm going to take away one part and have my other part. 16 take away 9 equals 7. But you guys know Miss Egan loves to check things, so let's check it. 16, here's my whole. I'm going to take away 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If I take away 9 from 16, does that leave me with 7? Absolutely, it does. So that means this is correct, which means I can switch my parts and find out the other related subtraction fact. 16 take away 7 equals 9. And I know if these are correct that I can create my related addition facts. These are my parts. This is the whole, right? 7 plus 9 equals 16. 9 plus 7 equals 16, right? 7 reds plus 9 yellows equals 16, or 9 yellows plus 7 reds. And here is our fact family for, let's create a little roof, for the numbers 7, 9, and 16. There we go. So we just wrote that. That's the problem. That's at the top of the page. Let's see if we can solve numbers 1 and 2. I know you guys, we've done fact families before. We're just doing fact families with bigger numbers. But once we get rolling, those numbers start clicking. So this time, our number sentences have to do with the numbers 5 plus 7 equals 12. So they gave us one fact in our fact family. Remember, fact families have 4 related sentences, 2 addition and 2 subtraction. So let's write the rest of this family. 5 plus 7 equals 12. Well, you know Miss Egan, she's going to want to show. There's 5. 5 yellow plus 7 red equals 12. My related addition fact is going to be 7 red plus 5 yellow equals 12 too. Now, if this is my part plus part equals whole, my subtraction is going to be my subtraction is going to be whole take away, how do they have it? Take away one part equals the other part, right? 12 is my whole. I'm taking away the yellow first. 12 take away 5 leaves me with 7. My last related subtraction fact would be 12. Let's take away the red. 12 take away 7 equals 5. And there is our happy fact family for 5, 7, and 12. Wow, 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 guys, amazing. Okay, let's do number 2 together. We have 8 plus 6 equals 14. So that is our first addition fact for this fact family. Here's my whole. I have 10 and 4 more equals 14. Let's show. That's 5. 1 more makes 6. So 8 reds plus 6 yellows equals 14. That's my whole. Let's write the related addition fact. I'm going to switch my parts, right? That means this one goes here and this one goes here. So 6 plus 8 still equals 14, right? I'm just moving the numbers around. They're not changing. If this is my whole part in subtraction, I'm going to start with 14. 14, take away. It doesn't matter which I do first because I'm going to do the other one after. 14, let's do take away. 6 or minus 6 equals 8. And 14 minus 8 equals 6. And there's our very happy fact family for the numbers 8, 6, and 14. So when you have a fact family, it contains the same numbers, right? The same parts, the same 2 parts, and the same whole. And you can create 2 addition sentences, 2 subtraction sentences, and they are all related, and they all make a fact family together. Okay, let's turn the page. Keep going. All right, this time they're giving us the numbers, and we have to create the fact family. This time our numbers are 8, 7, and 15. I'm going to show my whole just so I can check my work, right? You guys know I love to check my work. But let's just look at it. Which is our biggest number? 8, 7, or 15? 15. So that means 15 has to be the whole. That means 7 is a part and 8 is a part, right? Now they're showing us the first one vertically, right? 8 plus 7 has to equal 15. But let's show it ourselves. In my 10 frame here, I have 15, right? I have a full 10 and 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If I have 7 yellows, I also have 8 reds. 8 plus 7 gives me 15. Is that correct? Absolutely. So let's write the next addition fact vertically. So that means I'm just going to switch where my facts go, right? All I'm doing is writing it vertically instead of horizontally. So I'm going to start with 7 plus 8 still equals 15. You got it. So I have my 2 addition facts. Now I'm going to write my 2 subtraction facts, which means I'm starting with the whole. 15, take away, let's start with our yellow. 15 was my whole. I'm going to take away my yellows first. Take away 7. 15 take away 7 leaves me with 8 because these numbers are the same. I don't have to go back and count and figure it out, right? And now, in my subtraction sentence, I again switch my parts, right? I start with the whole, 15. And I take away 1 part. This time I'm taking away 8. And that leaves me with the other part. The other part is the difference. Writing vertically sometimes is just not what we're used to, but it doesn't change the numbers. It doesn't make anything different. So here is our happy fact family with 2 addition facts, right? 2 addition facts and 2 subtraction facts. And they are all related and make a happy, happy fact family. Good job, guys. That was number 3. Let's do number 4 together. This time, the 3 numbers they're giving us is 4, 7, and 11. Remember, 3 numbers take up a fact family. 2 of them are parts and 1 is the whole. 4, 7, and 11. Which number must be the whole? 11, because it's the largest. It has to be the whole. So let's make this show 11 just so we can check our work. I have a full 10 frame and 1 more makes 11. So I'm going to write my addition sentence here. We have 4. We're going to leave 4 red. Let's flip over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 4 plus 7 equals, what's the whole? 11. Now I'm just going to switch my part plus part equals whole. I'm just going to switch the order my parts are in to create my next number sentence, right? 7 plus 4 equals 11. These guys just moved, right? That's all. But now I have my 2 related addition facts. I need my 2 related subtraction facts. And with subtractions, I start with the whole. So let's do 11. Let's take away our red first. Here's my whole, my red and yellow together. But I have the 2 parts. I have one part that's red and one part that's yellow. So first I'm going to start with 11 minus 4. Whole, take away one part, leaves me with the other part, the difference. 7. And now again, I'm just switching. Still start with 11, that's the whole. I'm just switching the parts. This time, 4 is going to be the missing part, and 7 is going to be the part that I take away. 11, take away 7. This time I'm taking away the yellow. Leaves me with 4. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4 related facts to our addition, to our subtraction, and that makes a happy, happy fact family. There we go, guys. You are fact family machines. I loved fact families. Fact families are so much fun. Now this time, we're going to read the problem. We're going to make a plan. Then we're going to write it out. Then we're going to solve it. And when we solve, we like to check and solve. Let's see what this problem says. John used the numbers 8, 2, 3, and 11 to make a fact family. One number does not belong. Which number is it? And how do you know? Well, first, we know that all fact families have the same number. They have the same wholes, and they have the same parts. So, which part has to be the whole? Let's take a look. 8, 2, 3, and 11. Which part has to be the whole? Remember, part plus part equals whole, and whole take away my part, leave me with my other part. So that means the whole has to be the biggest number. Which one is the whole? 11. So let's make 11. So we already know, we can already tell that that's going to be our whole. So let's make one part and see what the other part is. Let's try 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If one part is 8, what's the other part? 1, 2, 3. So we know that 8 is okay. And now we know that what is the other part? 3. So which number does not belong? 2. So that's what they're asking you to write. The number 2 does not belong. 2 does not belong. You're going to write the number 2 does not belong. Well, how do we know? We know because we started with 11. You know what we did? We did a subtraction fact. We started with 11. We knew 11 had to be the whole. We took away 8. And we found out that 11 take away 8 equals 3. Right? And could we even go back and check with a related addition fact? Absolutely. 1, 2, 3 reds plus 8 yellow equals 11. So not only did we use a subtraction fact to find it out, we can check by looking at our part and that it equals the whole. 8 plus 3 equals 11. 11 take away 3 equals 8. 3 plus 8 equals 11. 11 take away 8 equals 3. Just by looking at those numbers, you can create the number sentences because you know they are in a fact family together. Wow, 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 guys. Some super, super math going on here today. All right, let's read the write about it and find out what they want us to know. Ben says he can write 3 more equations because he knows that 6 plus 13 equals 19. Well, let's get these other numbers out of our way so they don't confuse us. He says that 6 plus 13 equals 19. And he says he can write 3 more number equations. Is he right or is he wrong? Well, if this number sentence is correct, then that means they are a fact family, right? But let's solve and make sure that he is correct. So we want 19 as a whole, right? There's 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. All right, there we go. So if, let's make one, let's do down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We started with 19. And I'm going to show this part. I'm going to show 6. My yellows are my 6. Does the red show this part? A full 10 frame and 1, 2, 3. Does that show 13? It does. So he is correct. So that means that is one fact in a fact family. So can he show 3 more related facts? Absolutely. Each fact family has 2 addition facts. He showed us 1 addition fact and 2 subtraction facts. So he could write the number sentences, right? 13 red plus 6 yellow still gives me the whole of 19. And my 2 subtraction facts. 19 take away 6 equals 13, or 19 minus 13 equals 6. He started with this. He was able to write 1, 2, 3 more. So if you know one equation is true, can you solve out 3 more just by knowing those numbers? You can, first graders, and I'm so proud of you for doing this hard fact family work. I'm going to ask you to complete page 355 all by yourself. There are 3 problems there where they give you the fact family numbers, and you're going to write all 4 equations, right? 2 addition and 2 subtraction, okay? Write all 4 equations for the fact family, and then you're done with math for today. I am so, so, so proud of you. Kiss your brains, and I'll talk to you guys later.